I'm Earl Dibbles Jr. I'm a country boy picking college football games, and this is week 47, or week 2, or week 9. I don't know. I've gotten all confused, but this is Dip 'em and Pick 'em. Yee. Arkansas versus Texas M&M's. This game's usually in Jerry's world, but now it's in Kyle's world. Hey, I don't know who Jerry and Kyle is, but they sound like city boys. Aggie's got some boys this year that run faster than a minnow in a hot crock pot. Shit. Hogs always play them close, but they have trouble getting that W against the Aggs. Hey, maybe that was Jerry's fault. Maybe it'll be better with Kyle. Nah, gig 'em. TCU Purple Horny Frogs versus Baylor Bears. Hey, this game's called the Revivery. They get a trophy and everything. It's because it's the two most God-fearing schools in Texas fighting it out. Horny Frogs is coached by a fella named Gary Patterson. That boy sweats a whole lot. This week's gonna have his shirt looking like a fresh licked calf. Bears been having trouble since they coach left him for the NFL. Hey, they've only played
3 games
this year because that corona. If they just drank domestic beer, they wouldn't have no problems. And speaking of beer, the Bears quarterback, he'd go by the name of Charlie Brewer. And I ain't never betting against a guy that brews beer for a living. Baylor wins. Ohio State Buckeyes versus Knitting Lions. Hey, Lions is tough, but why they gotta make them knitting? My Mimi used to knit blankets for me whenever she'd spit snuff and drink whiskey. She was tough. Hey, maybe that's why they call them the Knitting Lions. I do know what a Buckeye is, though. It's the only piece of venison I don't really like, so it's the last piece of meat on my plate. I'm afraid the tough grandmas ain't gonna be tough enough this week. Buckeye balls win. Michigan State's at Michigan. Hey, this is the Battle of the Mitches. I got an uncle named Mitch. He always tells the same jokes. We're like, really, Uncle Mitch? Again? Winner of this game gets a trophy with a big old lumberjack on it. Lumberjacks is country. They cut down trees. They're saying they're going to play this game in somebody's house this week. How are they going to do that? I hope it's a big house. Michigan wins. Well, just like my tough grandma's nightgown, that just about covers everything. Yee. I'm Earl Dibbles Jr., picking college football games, and this is week 47. Or week 2. Actually, I think it's week 9. And I'm gonna pick these games. Horny Frogs is coached by a guy named Gary Patterson. He sweats a whole lot. This week's gonna have his shirt looking like a freshly licked calf. Well, just like my tough grandma's nightgown, that's well, just about my
Just sneeze.